Why HIIT? You're probably familiar with high intensity interval training. That's where HIIT comes from. But when it comes to cardio, HIIT is definitely the best way to strip off body fat to the extent that there's literally no reason to hop on a treadmill and run a steady pace for 30 or more minutes unless you're an endurance athlete. And if you're a new client to the 7-week slim down, chances are you don't desire that physique of a marathon runner. For those of you who aren't familiar with HIIT, it involves intervals of high-intensity exercises such as running at 90% of your max heart rate, followed by a low intensity, or walking at a moderate pace, or even complete rest. This is in sharp contrast to the typical steady-state cardio most people do at moderate intensities, such as walking on a treadmill at 60 to 70% of their max heart rate. HIIT was originally developed by track coaches to train runners, but it has crossed over to the fitness industry due to its fat-burning benefits confirmed many times over in scientific. A lot of these studies found that subjects performing HIIT burn significantly more body fat and in less time than those who did the steady state-of-the-art cardio programs. The major reason HIIT works so well for dropping body fat is due to the greater calorie burn, or the EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. That's maintained after the workout is over. So, in other words, you're going to burn more calories and more body fat while you're sitting around doing nothing. In addition to this increase in resting metabolism, HIIT is effective at enhancing the mechanisms in muscle cells that promote fat burning and blunt fat storage. So, when you really start working with HIIT, it becomes a very, very fun thing to do. Is it easy? No, it's pretty hard. But can anybody do it? Yes. Now next, volume of 100. When most people think of HIIT, they think of it as applicable to only cardio, yet it can also be used in weight training. After all, weight training itself is a form of HIIT. You do a set with all-out effort, rest, then do another set, rest, and then repeat. Resting 2 or 3 minutes between sets, however, is too long for a training session to be considered an effective form of HIIT. But all you have to do is shorten rest periods, and you're doing a kind of HIIT that burns fat. For this 7-week slim down, the HIIT that we're going to do is I've combined the HIIT not only with weights, but also with 2 very popular, intense, and effective weight training techniques. GVT, German volume training, and hundreds training. With GVT, basically it's 10 by 10. You do 10 sets of 10 reps on any given exercise. Hundreds, as the name implies, involves doing 100 rep sets. With hundreds, you're going to do 10 sets of 10 reps for one exercise per muscle group. Sounds the same as GVT, right? But not exactly. HIIT is incorporated via the rest periods between those 10 sets. You'll start just with 60 seconds between sets at beginning of the program and progressively drop rest periods by 10 seconds over 6-7 weeks until you have no rest and you're doing 100 reps straight through. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but it works. The 2 forms of training are technically different, but late in the 7-week slim down program, when you're resting only 10-20 seconds between sets of 10, there's little to distinguish them as far as the toll that they're going to take on your body. The first week or two, you're resting 60 seconds, and it's not that hard, really. So it's very important that when you do it, you are following the clock. You gotta follow it. If you're doing it with a partner, you cannot sit there and dilly-dally. Oh, I missed it by 10 seconds. Oh, no big deal. It's not like that. You cannot do that. You gotta follow it. The whole method to this madness, the following workouts that we have and you're going to see in the program are simple to follow, just not very easy to do. For each major muscle group, after following the 7-week slim down HIIT program, you're on your first exercises, you're going to do 3 more sets to failure of the same exercise using your 10 rep max. What does that mean? 10 rep max is you find a weight that you can only perform 10 times. Now, don't do this. I see people, they'll do 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep, 4 rep, 5 rep, 7, 8, 9, 10, boom, I'm done. That's not a 10 rep max. Max means as hard as you can possibly go. So coming to do the rep number 9 and 10, it's extremely hard. Okay, so don't slack off on it, because if you slack off on it, then it's just not going to work out as what we were after. It's hard since I'm not right in front of you, but I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on you because I'm definitely going to know. Of course, you know, after doing 10 sets of 10 reps, you're no longer going to be able to complete 10 full reps with your 10 rep max weight. Probably more like 5 to 7 reps. So on the third set, you're going to drop a set with the same weight you used for your first 10. So what I mean by this is you just did 10 sets of 10. And now you're going back and doing 3 more sets of your rep max. You're trying to get 3 of those sets for 10 reps each. Very, very difficult. And you try to do as many as possible. So it's 3 sets of 1 or 2, more exercises, and you're going to be done with that muscle group for the day. You rest between all sets. Following the hundreds it's limited to 1 minute to the maximum to maximize the fat burning. You'll follow the muscle group specific weight training with one last dose of hundreds using a full body exercise such as like barbell or dumbbell cleans, kettlebell swings, barbell or dumbbell deadlifts, barbell, dumbbell or kettlebell snatches, or my own unique lift known as the dead curl press. This is fun. And don't worry if you don't know how to do it. It's very easy to Google up some of these terms and names and see pictures of them. So on the hundreds, the sets during weeks 1 through 3, when rest periods are 30 seconds or more, you're going to perform the first 3 sets of 10 as fast and explosively as possible, but yet don't jeopardize your form. This will help build more muscle power and strength despite using such light weight. On sets 4 through 6, keep the movement slow and controlled, focusing on the contraction and squeezing each rep at the top for the 1 to 2 seconds. Hopefully you got that. On sets 4 through 6, keep the movement slow and controlled, focusing on the contraction, squeezing that muscle each rep, letting it know you know it's there at the size, the shape, the separation. You just got to make sure you got to squeeze it as hard as possible. This helps establish a strong mind-muscle connection, which is critical for muscle size, the shape, and separation of it. During weeks 4 through 6, when rest periods are down to 20 seconds or less, your goal is to simply complete the 10 reps. Don't worry about the rep speed or control. Just get the reps done with the best form possible while your muscles are on fire. I know it sounds pretty crazy. Really crazy.